I'm honored to receive this award, and I wish very much that I could be there in person. I commend Farmworker Justice for all they've done to empower farm workers and enable them to obtain better wages and working conditions and achieve fair immigration status and have greater access to justice. I also extend my great respect to the other speakers, Hilda Solis, Howard Berman, Joe Baca. They are all impressive leaders in Congress for immigrant rights. And I commend Mary Bauer and Chairman Humberto Fuentes and Bruce Goldstein for their skill in fighting for fairness, opportunity, and justice for immigrant farm workers. I hold farm worker justice in the highest esteem. Since your foundation in 1981 by a group of progressive legal aid lawyers, you've always been at the forefront of the battle to protect and strengthen farm worker rights. You're an effective voice on these basic issues in the halls of Congress and in the country. And you're an indispensable ally today in the struggle to improve our immigration laws. The rights of farm workers have long been a fundamental issue to me, just as it was for Robert Kennedy and President Kennedy. Bobby and I served together for 4 years in the Senate on the Migratory Labor Subcommittee in the 1960s. We traveled to California and were deeply moved by the plight of migrant workers and appalled by their vicious exploitation by prosperous growers. It was during that trip that we came to know and admire Cesar Chavez and his extraordinary dedication to migrant workers. I'm sure Bobby would be very proud of farm worker justice today, and so am I. Agricultural workers are essential to the whole nation. The entire country suffers when crops rot in the fields because workers can't be found at harvest time. Yet large numbers of those who do this essential work are forced to do so without legal status and thus suffer unfairly because of it. Employers need a seasonal workforce, and farm workers need fair protection. Currently, more than half of the farm workforce is undocumented, and unscrupulous employers take advantage of these workers by keeping wages shamefully low and working conditions shamefully inadequate. The abuses suffered because of their illegal status depresses the wages of all farm workers, those who toil in the fields, harvest our crops, and bring the bountiful blessings of American agriculture into our homes deserve nothing less than fair working conditions, fair wages, and a fair path to citizenship. Farm worker justice has consistently had a leadership role on these basic issues for many years, and your success in building strong coalitions has won broad support in the Congress. Last year, Democrat and Republican senators came together and approved bipartisan legislation, the Ag Jobs bill that included much-needed reforms for farm workers. It's a high priority again this year because we all know the American people want final action on fair reform as soon as possible. We're in the midst of that debate in the Senate now, and I'm doing all I can to see that a fair bill is enacted into law. With your help, we'll see the long overdue victory you deserve. It's reassuring to know you're always there, more effective than ever, making a difference for immigrants and migrant workers today and in the years to come. Thank you so much for this award and for all you do so well.